Aloha! Great job today. I'm gonna make this video a little bit less long than usual, and I just want you to focus on the key points of this. When we're playing our E major and we take our first finger off, it makes an E minor. When we play an A major and then we scoot down this one note, which is a C sharp, to a C, and it looks exactly like our other chord, the E major, it makes an A minor. Now, if we were to take that same logic and just say, where else can we play that shape? It doesn't always work. Sometimes it sounds really good. Sometimes it's really awkward. So what we do is we learn where those are and why we would use those and how to use bar chords. That's the reason why I teach teeter-totters. E major in a second fingering, then becomes F major. So the concept you learned today was how to play a D major, and you saw how hard it is to make a D sharp major using the secondary fingering, moving it up and then covering the first fret. I can do it now because I've been playing guitar for like 20 years, but it is a challenging thing to do. Don't worry so much about it. We'll figure out ways to play the E flat major chord for you. We can play it here at the 6th fret by using the A shape and a big old bar. So for this week, look at the D major as just being the next of many chords that we're going to learn together. E major, A major, D major. You definitely have the C major, and I know that we talked about the G major. At this point, you know the caged system. C, you know the A caged, C major, A major, A minor, G major, our E minor shape gives us the G minor if you want, or G major. The next shape we're gonna have is the E major, which you definitely know, or the E minor. And then the last shape in the cage system is the D. That's today's shape. It looks like a little triangle. The reason why the major is interesting is when you move the major to make the minor by flattening the F sharp to the F note, you don't just slide that finger back. That would be awkward. It works, but it's weird. The reason why we move that is this shape, these two fingers, prow meow on the first fret and prow meow on the second. It's the same finger shape that you get when you make an E major or an A minor. It just happens to be these two. So when you take this whole shape and go up another one and put that D there, you get the D minor. Chord review. E major, E minor. A major, A minor. D major, D minor. G major, G minor. C major, C minor. And because you can play an A major, you can play a B flat, and a B, and a C, and a C sharp, and a D, and a D sharp, and an E, and an F, and an F sharp. I digress. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start working these up the fretboard and see which ones work and which ones don't. And then next week, we're gonna talk about the two chords we haven't really spent a lot of time on. We know what a major is. We know what a minor is. But we haven't talked too much about what a diminished is. These diminished chords are wonderful. They build a lot of tension, and they allow us to modulate the different keys. The songs we kind of been working on are bouncing back and forth between popular standards that I know. And one or two of the songs and techniques that I'll show you are probably songs from my generation. We are going to start working on songs from your generation. Your generation! And if you bring them to the table, I will learn how to play them and show you how to play them as well. We got our chords down. Now we're going to be focusing on rhythm. Good to see you. We'll see you next week.